Hi folks, this is Chris Voss from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. I want to talk to you today about this new social media and what it entails and some of the important things or aspects of it in thanking people and helping communicate that you appreciate what they do, so in order you can get more of that. In the old days, what you would do is you would go through a phone book to pick someone to be your vendor or service, and you basically say, okay, well, there's a list of companies here, and you just kind of eeny, meeny, miny, moe, maybe to pick the best one, and, maybe you pick the best plumber that you thought would be good for the job, and hopefully you either liked his service, or maybe sometimes you ended up regretting picking that one, and he didn't know what he was doing, maybe ruined your plumbing or construction or, whatever, given different business you hired someone to have the Yellow Pages for. My point here is that in the old days, you really couldn't get to know people as well, or get to know if they're experts ahead of time. One of the beauties of social media is a lot of people blog now, and they talk about their expertise. They can share with you stuff about themselves. You can get to know them, etc., before you hire them for your business, which is an incredible resource. One of the great things that I have is, like, people call me. They've spent a bunch of money with some of the quacks that are out there, and they have incredible passive idiot marketing programs. They've lost a bunch of money. They're concerned about spending money again in marketing. And the beautiful thing is I can say, look, I'll tell you what, why don't you go spend a couple days, sit down with chrisvossshow.com, watch my website, and then when you're done, you'll have gotten to, number one, hopefully known me, and number two, be able to make a decision accurately as to whether or not maybe I know what I'm talking about when it comes to marketing, running businesses, and helping you become successful in yours. So that's a very beautiful thing. I love that. It's so easy when a client says to me, or a potential client says to me, well, I don't know, and I don't, are you like everyone else? Of course, if you look at the numbers and my experience and everything else that I have online, I'm not really like everybody else, so that kind of is a standard in and of itself. It's kind of that old line like I use. If you have a $2,000 or $4,000 follower account on Twitter and you're going to tell me you're a social media expert, when I want to build a lemonade stand for a business, I'll build a lemonade stand, but not to run a multi-million-dollar company. So my point here is this new form of social media is that people share a lot of their expertise. There's a lot of free information that I give out on the chrisvossshow.com. I was talking with somebody the other day about some of our old business trials and tribulations and what we've done, and I told him, I says, if there was some way that I could show you folks that come to chrisvossshow.com in some of those 4 or 5 minute blog posts that I've done in videos, the tens of thousands, probably sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars that were lost in teaching me and my business some of the different things that we should or shouldn't do, and how sometimes some of those simple concepts that I'm sharing with you, I wish somebody would share with me for free. If I could make people realize that, it would probably blow your mind when you watch my stuff. You'd be like, holy crap. But the thing here is in this new social media thing, it's more than ever important to give feedback. It's more than ever important to tell me and all the other bloggers and people on the internet what you think. It's very important to become part of the conversation, to enter comments, to retweet it on the internet. One of the reasons I bring this up is I recently read that up to 73%, I believe, of people on Twitter are voyeurs. They're sitting there. They're watching. They're always watching. And that's all they do is watch. They don't really engage much. It's one of the issues that I have with these people that run around and go, everyone has to engage and blah, 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 blah. There's always that segment of people that are very comfortable being in the audience. They don't want to be the speaker, and they don't feel comfortable being the speaker. And they're actually more voyeuristic. They enjoy watching what's going on. That's their interaction. And we'll talk about that in a different blog. But we're going to talk about relationships being relative on a different blog, so be sure to catch that. I'm going to start plugging other blogs. Anyway, back to the point. Make sure you thank people like me, people like other bloggers on the internet. Make sure you feed back to us what you think, what you like. maybe suggest some things that you'd like me to teach you. I've got over 20 years in business, and just an insane amount of business. I could probably pontificate for hours and hours in this blog and bore you to death, but if you're a small business person, it'll be gold. So make sure you thank us. Make sure you let us know what you like. Make sure and leave lots of comments. Make sure and retweet us a lot. Help us out, because you know what? Every time I get that feedback from somebody out there that says, hey, I love the posts, and you really changed my world today, and yeah, I really appreciate that. That motivates me to do more great blog posts for you folks. And I love sharing this information. I love that it's a free venue for you. I hope you realize there was a lot of blood sometimes and money that got spent, and maybe some of the wrinkles on my forehead and fatness in my face comes from some of that different character bloodletting you get over the years. So please make sure you thank me. If you love something a lot, let me know, because I love the feedback and it actually motivates me to do more. And if you would like more of it, just great way to do it. So be sure you thank people on social media that are doing blogs and stuff out there. That's my basic point. Make sure you encourage them to give you more, especially when they're sharing it very freely. And also make sure you hire them for their services too. That's also a good idea. And make that karma wheel go round. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. Bye-bye.